I'm Stephanie Ault. I'm a singer-songwriter from Denver, and this is my first show. My first concert was Elton John, September 13th, 1994 at Fiddler's Green. So it was the summer of 1994, and Lion King had just come out that summer. My mom and I had moved from Texas to Colorado. I was 7, and we didn't know anybody. I had left my grandmother and friends back in Texas, and so it was pretty lonely and not really plugged in with the community. And I just remember that song, Can You Feel the Love Tonight, was always kind of popping up on the radio or in the grocery store. And as a 7-year-old without internet or Spotify or anything at that time, I was at the mercy of whatever my mom was listening to or the radio was playing. And so I would wait for that song to come back on the radio because I loved it so much. I loved the guy's voice who was singing it. I loved the lyrics. And every time it would come on the radio, I was like, shh, let's listen to Can You Feel the Love Tonight? So fast forward to September. We lived in an apartment complex that was right by Fiddler's Green. And somebody was playing that night. You could hear the crowd getting ready and kind of cheering. And I'm playing with a couple of kids outside. And all of a sudden, I hear this voice, hey, Inglewood, Colorado, and kind of getting the crowd like riled up. And then you hear the piano come in, dun, 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 and I hear this voice start singing, hey, kids, shake it loose together. And I was like, that's that man. That's that man from Can You Feel the Love Tonight? I didn't know his name. And I had 3 other kids with me. We ran up the stairs of the apartment complex and went on the roof. And you could see the big screen with Elton John on it, and he was wearing all pink from head to toe, and some of the kids were like, he looks like a flamingo. And I was like, he looks awesome. He's down there like jamming on the piano, just like electricity coming out of him. There's lights coming out of Fiddler's Green, boom, boom, boom. You hear the crowd, yeah. It was really a magical moment for me, and we sat there on the roof and listened and watched the whole thing, from afar. And that really was my first experience also cohesively listening to an album. I'd never sat through and listened to a whole collection of songs, and just getting to see it live like that with all that energy was totally life-changing for me. It was magical. That experience did inspire me to be a musician. The sense of life and pure joy that I felt and also saw from Elton John coming off the stage. I mean, he was just enjoying his songs. You could just tell that he really was in the moment. And the energy of the crowd paired with that was so intoxicating to me. Even being 7, I just was like, I have to do that. I think it is incredibly important for other young people to experience music from a young age, so children, and to get in there early. For a couple of reasons. First reason is freedom of speech. So that's super important, I think, for kids to encounter freedom of speech from the stage and get to see singer-songwriters and performers talk about their perspective in a safe environment. The second reason is it brings back that tribal aspect, that kind of a collective of people together with one common interest, and then even just the dancing and everything that brings people together is super important for cohesiveness and feeling plugged into community. And then the third reason I'd say is for the individual, because it's really important to know what you're attracted to. And as a kid, you're trying to test the boundaries and figure out who you are as an individual, and I think being at a live show really brings out the individual. it's you, but then you're amongst all these others. So I think that those three things are really important.